Hello and welcome to this training where I'm going to show you if you're trying to drop body fat, boost energy and stay sharp throughout the day, or even increase your level of attention and focus throughout the day, but you're skipping the part where you actually look at your protein content, where you have a real focus on making sure that you're hitting the optimal amount of protein in your diet. You're missing the low-hanging fruit and leaving results on the table. Here in this training, I'm going to show you why increasing your protein intake is almost certainly the simplest, easiest, and smartest change you can make. Starting with protein equals satiety and fat loss power. What I mean by that is that protein is the most satiating macronutrient out there. It keeps you fuller for longer compared to carbs and fats, meaning that your body requires more energy and time to break protein down when compared to carbohydrates or fats. This then naturally reduces your total caloric intake without actually forcing any willpower. Multiple studies have actually shown this time and time again over the years. For example, in 2005, a study showed increasing protein intake from 15% to 30% of total calories led to a spontaneous drop of around 440 calories per day and a significant loss of fat without calorie tracking. And then in 2009, another study shows long-term high protein diets up to 25% of calories showed increased satiety and sustained fat loss over 12 months. And in 2020, a meta review consistently found in study after study that diets higher in protein lead to better appetite control, reduced caloric intake, and improved body composition in both short and long-term settings. Put very simply, what all of these studies show is that more protein equals fewer cravings, less snacking, and easier fat loss without obsessing over food. Now, coming off the back of that, point number two, you might be asking, well, how much protein should I be consuming? For men aiming to improve body composition and manage appetite, 1.2 grams to 1.6 grams of protein per kilogram per day is a safe and effective and realistic target. And that's backed by a 2015 meta-analysis in Nutrition and Metabolism Journal, where they recommended 1.2 grams or more per kilogram per day to support muscle maintenance, metabolic health, and satiety, especially during fat loss. For an 80-kilogram guy, that's roughly 96 to 128 grams per day, which is super achievable with good meals and probably a supplement. Speaking of which, point number three, why should you be considering a protein supplement? Aren't they just for bodybuilders? No, they are not. Most guys struggle to hit these targets for their protein content. A lot of people really do struggle to get their protein at the optimal level. And so having a protein supplement really, really helps with this, especially if you're super busy and you've got a lot going on and you just need convenience. So whey protein is the most common, but there's also vegan options on the market and plenty of other options too. Whey protein is fast digesting. It's a complete protein, meaning it has a full amino acid profile, just like meat, and it's convenient and diverse. It's great for post-workout. It's great for breakfast. It fills in the gaps, and it's mixable with all sorts of other foods, whether that's oats, a smoothie, or yogurt. And point number four that I want to come on to is just to give you an idea of how important protein is and how effective it is on other aspects of your health. First of all, longevity and aging. Now, we know that protein really helps with building muscle mass, but as we get older, it becomes actually more and more important for muscle loss, as in we want to prevent sarcopenia, the loss of muscle, because when our body is in decline, that is going to become more and more common. So we need to prevent that. And an optimized diet with the right amount of protein is going to ensure you are protected from that. Second to that is more of a here and now thing. Sleep and energy. Having a higher protein diet is going to help stabilize blood sugar and improve your recovery, which then potentially leads to better sleep quality and mental clarity. And then the next point, CV health. Higher protein diets have shown positive effects on blood pressure, low density lipoprotein, aka bad cholesterol, and triglycerides in various studies. And lastly, recovery and immunity. Protein aids in muscle repair, as you well know, but it also supports immune function, which if you are juggling business, you're working long hours, you're under a lot of stress, under a lot of pressure, and you're trying to balance and juggle family life within all of that, your immune system is under a lot of stress. You want to make sure, you need to make sure that you are supporting it as best as possible. And protein is actually going to help massively with that. So as you can see, this isn't just about muscle. Protein isn't just about muscle. It's about function, it's about focus and fuel for every aspect of your life. I hope that this has been super, super informative and useful for you. To close out, I want to give you an action point, which is very, very simple, to aim for 1.2 grams to 1.6 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight per day, and potentially using a good quality protein supplement to help you do that. If you need help with that, I can recommend some. I want you to then notice how your hunger, your focus, and your energy starts shifting. This is low effort, zero time